Hi everyone, I'm Jackie and welcome back to my channel and today's Twisty Flow. You don't need anything special other than your yoga mat, so come find a comfortable seat. We're going to start off by sitting up nice and tall, grounding your sit bones down into the mat and then lifting up through the length of your spine all the way up through the crown of your head. Take a deep breath in, arms raise up to the sky. And breathe out, find a twist. Doesn't matter which side, one hand comes down to the opposite knee and the other hand behind you. Make sure you roll your shoulders back and you're not hunching forward. Deep breath in here to your chest. And out. On the next breath in, come back to the center, raise the arms up to the sky. And breathe out, twist to the other side. Keeping the shoulders rolled back, head nicely on top of your spine. One breath. On the next breath, coming back to center, arms go up. And breathing out, let's bring the right hand down to the mat and then walk the fingertips out and reach the left hand all the way over. Make sure this left hip and sit bone is still grounding down into the mat. And then breathing out, coming up, swap sides, left hand down, right arm sweeps up, walk those left fingertips out and reach over to the left side of your mat. On the next breath, coming back up. Let's take some arm circles. Arms go all the way up and back. Big breath in as you raise the arms up and release as you bring them down. One more. And then coming on to all fours. Knees underneath the hips and hands underneath the shoulders, taking a few rounds of cat and cow. Breathing in, rolling the shoulders back, arching through the spine, lifting the chest upwards. Breathing out, scooping through the belly, rounding through the spine, tucking chin and tailbone. Breathing in, opening back up. And out. Rounding. Take this chance to make any other movements that feel good for your body right in this moment. You might like to close your eyes and do this. Just feeling into the movement. One more breath. And on the next breath, coming back to your neutral spine. Take your right arm up to the sky and find a twist through the upper body. And breathing out, thread this arm all the way across and reach over to the left side of the mat. Laying down the arm, shoulder, and head. Left hand can stay where it is, or you can bring it behind your lower back and reach towards your right hip crease. Maybe you close down the eyes here, just taking a moment, enjoying this stretch. If you feel any pressure of your right arm pressing into the mat, try to release that and just sink down into that arm. Just a couple of breaths here. And on the next breath, release that left arm, bring it down next to your face. Breathe in, reach the right arm back up to the sky. Open the right shoulder back, reach up. And then breathing out, right hand comes down. Breathe in, left arm goes up to the sky. Twist through the body. And breathe out, thread it all the way across to the other side of the mat. And then laying the head and arm down. Right hand can stay where it is, or you can bring it behind your back towards your left hip crease. Again, sinking down into that left arm. Closing the eyes. A couple of breaths here. And on the next breath, releasing the right arm back down next to your face. Breathing in, left arm reaches up to the sky. Twisting through the body. And breathing out, hand comes down. Curl the toes under and then lift the hips up for downward facing dog. A few breaths here to do whatever you need. Walk out the feet. Stretch the hips, shoulders, rolling the ankles. Whatever it is that you feel like you need today. One more breath here. And on the next breath, step your right foot forward in between your hands, lower the back knee and untuck the toes. Find a nice square hip to the top of your mat, and then breathing in, arms reach up to the sky. Breathing out, finding a twist. Left hand comes to the right thigh, right hand can come to your lower back or to your left thigh. Roll the right shoulder back. Make sure your head is not sticking forward, but it's in line with your spine. Breathe in, arms reach back up to the sky. And then breathing out, hands come onto the inside of the right foot. You're going to come and spin to the side of the mat in a Skandasana. So this right heel can lift off, or if you want, you can bring it all the way down to the mat, doesn't matter. Left foot will point the foot, and then breathe in. Reach the left arm all the way across to the other side, finding a stretch from the left toes to the left fingertips. And then breathing out, bring this left arm behind the lower back, finding a half bind here. Keep this left shoulder rolling back, chest lifted up to the sky. On the next breath, release the left arm all the way back up. And then breathing out, bring the hands back down. Spin again into a lunge at the top of the mat. Make sure you bring this right knee back on top of the right ankle. Left hand down, right arm up, easy twist. Breathing in, reaching up with the right fingertips. And as you breathe out, spin onto the outside edge of your left foot. The right foot can walk in just a little bit, and you're going to sit onto the left side of your hip. Right arm reaches towards the back of the mat. That left foot is flexed. Take a breath in, push into the feet and the left arm, reach back up. Spin again to the top of your mat, hands come down. Take this left leg and shoot it all the way forward, and then see if you can sit all the way down. Preparing for Marityasana A. So left leg comes in front, flex the toes. Right knee is bent in front of your right shoulder. Take a breath in, arms go up to the sky. Breathing out, reaching forward on the inside of this right knee towards this left foot. Wherever you can go. Maybe you stay here, or you can take your bind if you want. Right arm comes around the right knee as the body comes forward. Left arm comes around and you grab onto your fingertips if you can. Otherwise, maybe your top. One breath here. Keep this left leg activated. And then breathing in, release the arms, coming back up with the body, reach the arms up. Take this right foot and cross it over to the outside of the left leg. Hug it close to the left arm, and the right arm goes behind, finding your twist here. Shoulder rolling back. Breathing in, release, arms go up, straighten both legs in front. And then breathing out, finding a forward fold, reaching as far forward as you can. And on the next breath, coming back up. Take the hands behind, bend the legs, and then take a breath in. Shoulders roll back, lift the hips and the chest up for reverse tabletop. Try not to sink down into the shoulders, but keep pressing the chest up to the sky. And breathing out, lower the hips down. You're going to take your feet as wide as the mat, and maybe you give yourself a big push and come forward into your yogi squat. Hands come to heart center, elbows pressing into the knees. Make sure your arches are lifted and you're not rolling in on your feet. Shoulders roll back as well. Deep breath here. And as you breathe out, straighten the legs, bring the hands down, turn the toes to face the top of the mat and come into a forward fold. Relax the upper body down. And then place the left hand down. Straighten the right leg, bend the left knee, right arm reaches up to the sky for a twist. And then swapping sides. Right hand comes down, bend the right knee, straighten the left leg, left arm goes up. And then lowering the hand back down, step back into a downward facing dog. A couple of breaths here. Do whatever you need to do here. And on the next breath, taking the left foot forward in between the hands, dropping the back knee, untucking the toes. Coming up with the body, squaring off the hips. Breathe in, arms reach up to the sky. And breathe out, twist. Right hand to left knee, left hand to lower back or to the right thigh. Send the shoulders back, chest lifted. And then breathing in, arms go up to the sky. Breathing out, hands come on the inside of the left leg. And you turn to face the side of your mat in Skandasana. So again, this left heel can lift or it can lower down to the mat. Right foot points, and then breathe in, right arm circles over and stretches over to the side. Breathing out, take the right arm behind your lower back and towards your left hip crease for a half bind. And then releasing the arm, sending it back over top. And then breathing out, bringing the hands down, coming back into your lunge, sending the weight backwards so this left knee is on top of the left ankle. Right hand comes down, left arm goes up. Breathe in. And then breathing out, spinning onto the pinky toe side of your right foot. Walk this left leg in a bit and then sitting down on the right side of your hip and extending the left arm to the back of the mat. Breathe in, press into the hands and the feet, lifting back up. Face the top of your mat and then shoot this right leg forward all the way and then sit down. Flex the right toes, left knee in front of your left shoulder. Breathe and reach the arms up, find length through your spine. And then breathing out, reaching forward towards your right foot, body on the inside of this left knee. You can take it out and then hug it back in to make room for your body. If you want to come for a bind, take the left arm around this left knee and then right arm around the lower back, grabbing on. Roll the shoulders back. Try and reach your chin towards your big toe. And on the next breath, release. Bring the arms up. Cross this left foot on the other side of the thigh. And then hug it close to the right arm. Left arm goes behind. Big breath in here. And then breathing out, arms raise up to the sky. Legs straighten, flex the toes. Find length, and then breathing out, folding forward. Taking the arms to wherever they reach. And on the next breath, coming back up, take the arms back, bend the knees. Breathe in and roll the shoulders back, and then lift the hips and the chest up to the sky for your reverse tabletop. Squeeze the bum, see how high you can lift. And then breathing out, lower the hips down. Take the feet as wide as your mat and then big push forward, coming into your malasana or yogi squat. Lift the arches, roll the shoulders back. One breath here. And then breathing out, hands come down. Lift the bum up to the sky, point the toes forward, come into a forward fold. Relax the upper body over the legs. Right hand comes down, bend the right knee, straighten the left, and then reach the left arm up to the sky. And then swapping sides, left hand comes down, bend the knees, straighten the right, and then right arm goes up. And then bringing the hands down. This time we roll all the way up to standing. And the big shoulder roll when you reach the top. Coming to stand at the top of your mat, bring the big toes together with the heels slightly apart. Take a big breath in and reach the hands forward and into your heart center and bend all the way down into a chair pose. Not arching through the spine, slight tuck under. And then finding a twist. Right elbow comes down to the left knee. Press the palms together and maybe you can look up to the sky. Otherwise, keep looking down towards the mat to help you balance. On the next breath, let's look down to find the balance. Release the right foot off the mat, keep the knees together, and then see if you can send it all the way back into a high lunge. And then you can look back up to the sky if you've got your stability. Breathing in, coming back to the center, reach the arms up to the sky. And then breathe out, pivot that right heel down, and then step into warrior two. Arms open wide, bend down through the left knee. Shoulders rolling back and down. Breathe and flip the left palm to the sky.
And then breathe out. Reverse warrior. We're going to send the right arm towards the left hip crease and come onto the left tippy toes, bending down a little bit more into that left thigh. Breathing out, really straighten the leg, cut with the arms all the way down to the mat and step back into a downward facing dog. Taking a twist here, release the left hand, reach towards the outside of your right ankle and then look underneath your right armpit. Really pressing strongly into that right hand and the shoulder and then releasing. Other side. Right hand releases, reach towards the left ankle, look underneath your left armpit. And then release. Bending the knees, looking towards your hands. Step your feet in between the hands. Breathing and lift up halfway to a flat back. And then breathing out, folding forward. Breathe and circle the arms up to the sky and come all the way up to standing. And then breathe out, hands come to heart center. And we're going to go straight into chair pose. Bend the knees. Press the knees together, shoulders rolling back. And then finding a twist. Left elbow to right thigh this time. Press the palms together. And then looking down at the mat for stability. Release the left foot. Keep pressing the knees together. And then step the left leg all the way back. Revolved high lunge. Nice. On the next breath, breathe in, coming back to center. Reach the arms up to the sky. And then breathing out, pivot that left heel down. Warrior two. Arms open wide. On the next breath, flip the right palm to the sky. Breathing out, reverse warrior, coming onto the tippy toe of the right foot and left arm reaching towards the right hip crease. Breathing out, circle the arms all the way down to the mat. Come into downward facing dog. Finding another twist here. Right arm releases, grabbing onto the outside of the left ankle. Look underneath the left armpit. Breathe and release. Left arm releases, grabbing onto the right ankle. Look underneath the right armpit. And then release. Bring the knees wide onto the mat, coming into child's pose. Sinking the hips down to the heels of the feet and walking the hands forward. And dropping the forehead down. Couple of breaths here. Relax the elbows down if you can. Softening the belly and the chest. On the next breath, lifting all the way back up and then shuffling yourself forward to lie on your back, bringing the legs out in front and then making your way down onto your back. Bring the knees into your chest, give yourself a big hug, rock from side to side. And then bring both knees together over to the left side of your mat. Arms open wide, either straight or into cactus, 90 degrees. Either keep your gaze up to the sky or turn your head over towards your right hand. Couple of breaths here, sinking down through the shoulders. And on the next breath, coming back up to the center, knees into chest, big hug. And then bringing the knees over to the right side of the mat, shifting the hips back, arms open wide, gaze up to the sky or to the left hand. Couple of breaths. And then coming back to the center, giving yourself one last big hug, knees into chest. And then extending the legs out long into Shavasana. Legs to the outside edges of your mat, arms to either side with the palms facing up. Relaxing the shoulders down, closing your eyes. And taking a few deep breaths here. And slowly bringing awareness into your hands and feet, wiggling the fingers and toes, and rolling ankles and wrists. And then rolling over to your favorite side, curling up into a ball and using your arms as a pillow. Just take a moment here. And then slowly making your way back up to a seat. Keeping your eyes closed and bringing your hands to your heart center with your thumbs pressed against your heart. Rolling your shoulders back, sitting up really tall. And just taking a moment to thank yourself for showing up on your mat today. Slowly blink open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you back here on the mat next time. Namaste.